Welcome to the ITM Podcast.
This is episode 399 of the ITM Podcast, the official Boston Red Sox podcast of the Lone Star State. My name is Joey Copponi, that's Scott Neville, and the Boston Red Sox take a series from the Houston Astros. Scott, how you doing?
I'm having, as you can tell, I'm having a mess of a hair day. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that.
That's what you're hung up on there? That's what the look was?
What else is going on?
I dropped a couple of things in the intro there that I thought might catch your ear, but it didn't.
Well, no, I mean, credit to you because you said sweep last episode.
Yep.
Did it again. We're 2 for 2 on that. I was wrong. No. You're 2 for 2. I'm 1 for 2.
Yeah. The Sox didn't take the series. Sox didn't take the series. I baited you into calling it out, and you didn't call it out. Can you want to do it again?
Okay.
This is episode 399. Also not. This episode.
You expect me to know that?
I think you would know. We would talk about it if episode 400 was coming up. I don't know.
You could, first of all, no, we wouldn't. We would go, hey, day of. We would go, oh, it's episode 400. Should we get Steve on? And then we would go, oh, Steve's recording. And then we go, okay. That's what we would do. If it was episode 575, I wouldn't notice. I have no idea what we're doing.
Sox won the series.
No, Joey, they didn't.
April Fools, Scott Neville, you got April Fools, come look at you. You got damn fool, you got Scott, admit it. April Fools, Scott Neville.
Woo!
I don't even
got
think
you,
that
man.
Counts. I don't even think that's not April Fool's. Like that's
got you moron.
Oh, Joey Copponi totally pranks Scott on ITM podcast.
Good luck living that one down, bro. Good luck. People are gonna see you years from now and be like, "Oh, you're the April Fool's guy. You're the guy who got fucking ripped."
It's crazy how like you won't answer my text for like a few hours, and I'd be like, dude, what the what is he doing? He just doesn't care about this show. And then it turns out you're doing some stupid shit like this. Spending hours.
I'm putting in the work doing some shit like this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm over here grinding.
It's an interesting allocation of time.
Let me tell you, an interesting allocation of time is how I would describe anybody watching the Boston Red Sox right now who is not paid to do so, which I think would be a pretty fair assessment. Let's talk about it. Well, that's a segment.
Whoa.
We're not doing let's talk. Whoa, sorry.
Hit the thing.
Don't play the music.
I don't even know how.
Let's talk about this series. It was an ugly series from the Red Sox. We're not talking about it.
Woo! That's an early poll.
We're not talking about it yet. Scott, you froze. You wanted to press the button so bad it fucked up your internet. Okay, this was an ugly series from the Boston Red Sox. And ugly isn't even really the right word. It was a lackluster series. It was a series where the Sox looked pretty dead for a lot of it on both sides of the ball. 4 hits in each of the first 2 games. 6 errors in 6 games now. They've given up 8 homers. They've only scored 6 runs that in the series. They struck out 13 times in the finale, 38 times over the series. And the tale of this series does boil down to pitching. Because if you were to just, summarize these games in tweet form, game 1, Suarez didn't have his best stuff. Oviedo didn't have his best stuff. Game 2, Bayo didn't have his best stuff. Game 3, Crochet couldn't even save you. But even in a series where the Sox allowed 23 runs in 3 games, I still think that the main takeaway is the offense. I think the main story of this team right now is the lineup. And this is, Scott, I don't know if you ever watched a Major League Baseball season before. I'm going to guess you probably have. We've done this show before. You seem like a baseball guy to me.
Thanks. Man.
Yeah, that's just my impression of you. This is the time of year it's built for overreacting, right? Like it's the ideal time to make a big grand statement about the team that then becomes completely irrelevant in a couple of weeks' time. But when the primary concern about this team is the offensive production, like coming into the year, we're worried about offensive production and we're worried about power, and we're 6 games into the year, but man, is the writing on the wall. It becomes alarming when your fears look like they could be coming true this early.
Yeah, I think the hardest part about evaluating this team right now, in terms of not like the way Breslow would have to do it, but the way we have to talk about it, is, to me, there isn't an area to pinpoint to be like, oh man, this is the problem. Like, the defense was not great today. There was one Rafaela catch that was sick, but like Story missed maybe the easiest hop I've ever seen. Defense, it's been, nothing to write home about. And then the pitching and hitting have been very bad. Like, if Nesson did a road trip recap, they're hitting this season so far, they're hitting 208. They have a negative 15 run differential. They're hitting 171 with runners in scoring position. The starters have a 5.22 ERA, and the bullpen has a 4.5 ERA. So they just suck all around. So I don't even know. I mean, They don't suck. It's not right now they suck. I still don't think I don't think you can react to legitimately anything on an individual performance perspective. What I can say that's disappointing is that when you go 1-5 to start, you could now go on a 4-game win streak, really get it rolling, and now you're just a 500 team. Like, at some point, they're going to have to make a real run where they win either 4 in a row or, like 7 out of, 10 or something like that. And that's just going to get you back to being like a mid-500 team. That's the most disappointing part for me, is they've already built themselves such a hill to climb.
It sucks that these games count. It shouldn't count yet. Yeah. It feels like, well, it's early and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, you're right. I did the math.
Warm-up games.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is the case. Yeah, but I mean, doing that math, dude, it checks out. Yeah, you have to win 7 out of 10 games to make up 4 games of ground. But trying not to focus on, the long-term implications of losing 4 or 5 out of your first 6 games. The pitching does feel different to me, because it does feel like a situation where everybody is just struggling all at once. Like, the struggles are just synchronized a little bit, but I still believe in the staff. It's a deep rotation.
Fair.
I think there's enough help coming from Worcester to still really believe in this staff. Like, they should be fine. That's the major difference between them and the offense, because I don't expect the offense to suddenly look significantly better without like a real material change in personnel.
I mean, I'm not saying they couldn't use a bat, but there is a lot of internal progression that will just happen. With, like, right now, Jaron Duran's hitting 167. That's not going to happen. Trevor Story's hitting 138. Contreras 150. Like, these are numbers that aren't going to hold. Rafael at 211, there's a chance. I mean, even Roman Anthony's hitting 227 right now. And if you want to, feel, like it's hard, if you want to just have this route of everybody sucks and this is how the team is going to be, and you want to pull like a Frank the Tank level thing, well, if you believe in that, then you should also believe that Connor Wong is going to hit 500 this year, because that's what he's doing. So you have Abreu and Connor Wong carrying the offense as we expected. And yeah, I'm not where you are, I don't think, yet. Although I'm upset about how painful this has been. There's only been like 3 good innings to watch of this season. That's what I'm most upset about. And the makeup ground part.
I think I think the thing with the lineup is not that there won't be progression. I don't expect Jarren Duran to hit 167, but it's the fact that there are so many coin flips, so many what if, so many guys with so much leeway that this is what happens when there's nobody. There's no solid staple. There's no big bopper. There's no core of your lineup. It's just kind of this spread out. Everybody is kind of part of the core, and everybody is a pretty important bat, and everybody could hit 20 homers, and everybody could be. Well, it depends how much they play because they're going to be platooned with 3 other guys, and but he's not going to face lefties. And I don't like the middle of this order is non-plussing. There just isn't anyone to be afraid of. They're pitching around Roman with Story behind him. Mm-hmm. They're pitching around Wilyer with Durbin behind him because he's 0 for 18 behind Wilyer Abreu. I mean, we knew this would be the case before we actually saw it, but there's a lot less pop in this lineup. Not less than expected. There's about as little as expected. And I still think there is a jump from here in terms of season stats for everybody, of course, but there is a real palpable from a feeling standpoint that the lineup lacks some juice.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm just like I wouldn't be surprised if on Friday they scored 10 runs and we kind of just like forgot about this. Like I guess it's just like they haven't even played a home game yet. Like that's kind of how I feel. I don't think you're necessarily like I see your point fully. I want to see it play out. I still think this could be a above average offense. I really do. I think you're right about there's no Jordan like we just witnessed the other side of. There's no one like that right now. But as far as like above average bats, like guys that could be 110 plus, OPS in that 110 to 120 range. Like I think you have, Anthony, Story, Duran, Contreras, Wilyer. You could get there with, you're talking about like Narvaez, Rafael, like those kind of guys are like, those are the unsure things you're talking about. But to me, I think they do have I actually feel like this is kind of the most reliable. Obviously, we haven't seen it yet, but going to be a very reliable team in terms of to me, this feels like a low floor, low ceiling, or high floor, low ceiling team. Like I know Durbin doesn't have a hit yet, but you can bank on 250, 260. Contreras, same thing. I think Story, same thing. Like you're gonna have a lot of like 250 hitters with 20 home runs, which is just like those are good players, but they're not special.
I don't envy the position that Caleb Durbin's in whatsoever. I feel bad for him because I mean he's going to be getting.
He did it on the road.
Yeah. It sucks. It's just like because he's going to be compared to not one but 2 superstars who are here, and that's just not fair because like he's filling 2 pairs of shoes at once because it's like, okay, this is the guy who is replacing Bregman at third and indirectly the biggest addition that we got out of the Devers trade. So he's simultaneously going to be compared to both of them. And sorry to say here, if you're related, shut it off. Or if you yourself are Caleb Durbin, shut this off. He's neither of those guys. He's not Rafael Devers. He's not Alex Bregman. He never will be. So it sucks. It sucks to go from a small market team to a big market team, play a premier position, take over for a superstar, and then struggle out of the gate. I feel bad for the guy, but at the same time, I'd like a player out there who can hit the ball. Yeah, let's get some hits. At the same time, let's get some hits. It's early as can be here. It's early as can possibly be. So I'm not making some big grand statement about where they will be. Or really getting upset about these 6 games, but when it's something that we were already concerned about, that most people were concerned about this team, and it looks like the duck and starts to quack like the duck, you do start to get afraid that you might have roster constructed a duck.
Coming from a guy that named his cat Goose, I don't want to hear shit. All right.
Well, the first cat was named Duck.
Even worse. So you can't use that analogy ever again.
Well, he was orange. He looked like a duck. And he made this terrible sound. He quacked like a duck.
Did he look more like a cat?
Yeah.
Okay. So your analogy, he looks like a cat, sounds like a cat, he's duck. And you're gonna use the other side of it.
He looked a little
What?
bit
No.
like a duck. He quacked like a duck. He waddled like a duck, too. He was a big boy. I had to take Goose to the vet. He has diarrhea. How sad is that?
Jeez.
Yeah, Duck has IBS.
If
and
you-
then Goose
if
has
you-
diarrhea.
If you had that, you'd be going to the vet every day. If you had to go to if you had to go for diarrhea every time, geez, you'd be spending a lot of time in the vet.
I would. I
That's-
sure would.
That's vet worthy.
Yeah. Well, it was, yeah. I mean, it was,
when you're
I don't know.
50.
He's always screaming, and then like he started screaming
That part.
more, and he was screaming while he was pooping. I was like, this guy's in pain. So I brought him there because I was like, his dad has IBS. Does he have IBS? And they were like, I don't know how to tell you this. Your cat's too fat to have IBS.
That's tough.
The Red
That's
Sox
a
are
tough thing to
currently
hear.
they're currently 22nd in home runs, 19th in average, 21st in OPS, 26th in runs. That's coming into Wednesday.
Whatever.
And again, I don't bring up the numbers to critique the first 6 games, or first 5 games, actually, is what this would have been. I'm just saying if it is a sign of things to come and what we had feared is founded in something, then the Red Sox offense could be in big trouble. Although I don't necessarily expect it to be. Willie Abreu is that guy, though. Willie Abreu
Yo.
is the dude.
Some of our
I think
picks
we were
look
both
good.
onto something, dude. 30 plus feels like, is it crazy to say right now? It feels a little low.
Feels like no. I think it's a good bet for first half.
Yeah, it's like, do you know that that video of, gosh, who was it? Ricky Henderson was hurt for a year, and like it was like the 1 year in the 80s that he didn't didn't get the lead the league in stolen
Steals?
bases.
Yeah.
And he called the guy who did win, and he had like I don't know, like 42. And he called the guy and was like, Henderson here, 42, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ricky has 42 at the break. And he hung up. Yeah. That's Willier calling us. Should be ashamed
To
of
me-
yourselves. Willier has 30 at the break.
This reminds me of for the Patriots season, the over/under was set at 8.5, and I put whatever I had on draft. I had like $250 in DraftKings. I just put that on, and it was like the biggest guarantee. Like we were done like halfway through the season. Yeah, I was like, all right, that was the easiest thing I've ever done. I can't believe that was something they allowed me to do. It's a
Free money
14
over
win
there.
season. Didn't really have to worry about that for a long time. And then, I think we're getting another one of those scenarios here.
Yeah. Yeah, he is that dude, man. He absolutely is that dude. I can't believe that he was ever in trade discussions. I really can't. That
We
being
traded
said,
him
dude.
for 2 months of Christian Vasquez. Let's talk about that. That's crazy.
I
Let's not actually talk
know.
about that, but something to think about.
It is something to think about. When I see Christian Vasquez now, there is like a little. It's a different feeling because I was so distraught over him leaving, and Xander Bogaerts was obviously very upset about him leaving. But now when I see him, it's kind of like it's like seeing an old friend. Just nod and smile and keep walking. It's like, man,
Thank
what
you
did
for
for
Willier.
me is even more special than you could ever know. What you gave me, and how beautiful that, like for me anyway, that Christian Vasquez was like my favorite player, and now that title probably goes to Willier on the
Willier.
Red Sox. Yeah,
I will
Willier.
say, with that Patriots bet, I put all my money back into. Once I won that immediately, I put all the winnings from that into Vrabel Coach of the Year, and I was like, this is the easiest thing of all time. So let's look out for something right when he hits 30. Let's look at something that says like Ohtani to win NL MVP plus 200, and then we'll be like, oh, yeah, okay.
Did you see that Roman Anthony is like 4th or 5th in AL MVP odds?
No, but it's genuinely not that surprising. Even though he can't hit the ball right down the middle. If you want to get into that, dude, are you serious? Are you serious right now?
People have no idea what you're talking about. Don't go over to the YouTube. Don't subscribe
That's not
on the
true.
YouTube. Don't go over there. People have no idea what you're talking about.
We have millions of viewers,
Don't go over to the YouTube.
and you look like a fool in front of all of them.
No, I don't. No, I look good. I sound even better. Just keep listening. Don't go to the YouTube. ITM_pod.
This guy. You all right?
Roman Anthony off the bench feels wrong, bro. And this is the future you have created. This is the world you have set ablaze. All your lies are coming true. All freedom is lost, and it's because of your actions directly. Roman Anthony was on the bench today. You know why, Scott? Because they have 24 outfielders, and they only have a 26-man roster. And so sometimes Roman can't play baseball if they want to let other people play baseball too. And then the second they played him, what did he do?
Yeah, he hit a home run.
He hit a useless home run, but it wouldn't have been useless had he maybe, I don't know, been in the game earlier. That is a reality I didn't even really factor in, that there are games that Roman's not going to play because other guys need playing time. And I'm more vehemently against your idea of having a 12-man outfield than I was before.
You're dumb. We're dumb.
Tell me.
You're dumb.
Tell me how dumb I am.
Because every single year, Alex Cora layers guys that he knows are going to play 155 games, gives them off days right before or after scheduled off days because he knows they're about to play a 155 to 160 game season if healthy. And he does this every year in March and April. So this does not mean anything. He's also a guy that already played the World Baseball Classic.
I just don't want it to be a regular thing, and at a certain point, it's going to have to be regular. They're going to have to do something. Is the thing? They're just going to have to do something. They're either banking on a major injury or they're going to have to do something. I think that their hands are going to get tied. I think they're going to have to DFA Yoshida at some point.
There's nothing wrong with the current roster construction.
The manager would tell you otherwise.
Roster construction?
He said more or less this week, okay, it's not easy to get everybody up there, you know.
But that's not a indictment on the roster. That's just saying like the way it's like, just because it's easy doesn't mean it's not optimal, or that it's not easy doesn't mean it's not optimal for
if it was
winning.
If it was optimized, it would be pretty straightforward on how to use it. I don't think that that's the case. I think that a guy would much rather have his guys.
All right. Well, when they go 162 games with 0 injuries, I will say I'm an idiot. But
it's not even.
What?
Like it would take multiple outfield. Like they're rolling with 5 legitimate outfielders.
Yeah, but you need 4. No, I mean Yoshida can be a 4th outfielder. If Will Abreu does what he's done every single year and gets hurt and misses 2 months, you're going to be real fucking happy that you had 5 outfielders. Or Roman Anthony, who also got hurt last season right away. This is 162 games, and I'm the only one that seems to be able to know that and understand. You watch baseball every year. I'd love to see the last time we went a full season without an outfield injury list.
But show me the last time a team had 5 major league outfielders on the team just in case. Like it's just not it's not a viable strategy. I just think that they're going to have to
players.
They're either going to have to abandon it or.
So you would rather just get rid of one and get what? Just get rid of one just for fun? Just so that Roman gets 3 more starts. You want to get rid of one, what you just called a starting major league outfielder, so that we can get a what? 7th inning reliever? There's nothing to get right now.
Can you do the 7th and 8th?
Certain days, maybe. Might be able to get 4 outs.
Like a classic setup man, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. I want you to, you know what? I want you to timestamp this one and every other argument we've ever had when Wilyer Abreu goes on his 9th injury list stint in like 3 years, or Roman Anthony, or Jaren Duran, who's never been hurt, by the way. How long do you think that anomaly is going to continue?
So now, okay. I mean, listen, you can't point to, well, this guy gets injured all the time, so it's gonna happen. This guy doesn't get injured, so it's gonna happen.
That's
Those are
exactly
not
what I'm
both likelihoods of injury.
What's almost guaranteed is that somebody gits hurt, because what would be a way bigger statistical anomaly than anything I just said is that we have 5 outfielders get through a 162 game season. And even if somehow that happens, it's probably because they were able to get off their feet constantly. But that's not going to happen. Even still, all that's going to
Even
do
if
is just
one
help
of them
people
goes
stay
down,
fresh.
even if one of them goes down, you still have 4 outfielders, and then you still have a 5th guy in Worcester who you're paying a major league salary.
Yeah, but he's not good.
Yeah, but you
I care
told him
about
he's
the
an
winning.
outfielder now, so
I
he's
don't.
locked and loaded and making a major league salary.
Yeah, I don't care about that at all, though. I'm talking about Alex Cora's job to win games.
You want to talk about it?
I just don't get it. I don't get wanting to just be like the argument that everyone makes is our outfield's too good. And they're upset every once in a while. They're saying we have 5 big league outfielders. Then why are you upset when one of them is not playing and 3 other guys that are major league outfielders? You can't count Roman today because that's an April off day before a scheduled off day. We do that every year. Trevor
Because
Story
these
will
are
get that
all
soon
guys
too.
who want and need regular at bats.
Playing 5 to 6 times a week is still like a lot of at bats, and everyone's getting that except for Yoshida, who would be the one that would get just DFA'd for nothing in your perfect world.
In my perfect
So
world,
why
I
do
think
you
it's just
care?
going to happen.
Everyone's getting consistent playing time except for Yoshida, and even he's getting pretty consistent playing time. I don't understand the argument.
I think a move will come that says that the team recognizes that their roster construction doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. And it should have been a trade, but that's not going to happen anymore. It's going to be
You're wrong.
a DFA, or they're going to break someone's kneecap.
Why would they
Figure
do that?
itself out.
What do they need? Like, you're saying that there's a problem, but that would imply that they need to use this spot for something else. What's missing?
I don't think it's that. I think it's just as clear as roster construction. I don't think that you're maximizing production by having the production, like 3 holes of production, be filled by 5 guys. I just don't think that's an
4
efficient
DH.
use of roster space.
They have a DH. So it's 4. 4 outfielders play every single
But
day.
none of those guys are a DH.
Jaren Duran would say otherwise.
But Jaren Duran is a fielder anywhere else. And he should be throwing a fucking fit to stay in the field. He should be saying, listen, I know that you guys are not going to extend me. I am going to be a free agent. I am not going to be your
he's
DH.
not. You know he's never going to be a free agent. 2029.
Well, yeah. It'll be 25 more years, but he will become a free. He's not going to be extended here. If I was him, I would dig my heels and say, I'm absolutely fucking not your DH. Nope. Because what's the worst case scenario for him then? You stand up to John Henry and you get traded? Oh no. What am I going to go to a team that might pay me real human money? Oh no. I'm going to go to a team where I can actually get a position and stay there and play every day? Oh no. The fact that he's just like going to put up with it and say like, hey, whatever it takes to make the team win. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not good for you.
But now your argument is that we should get rid of somebody because Jaren Duran's being a team player and playing DH and doing everything right, and then now but he should want to leave. Like, my point is he wants to do it. We have 4 starting spots. If you want to complain about the fact that they didn't get a real DH or a real like first baseman, that's a different argument. But the season started, and so
They
what
have
I'm
2
saying
first
is,
basemen is the thing. They have 2 of them. Like
who?
Wilson and Tristan. Tristan's coming back. Tristan's hurt.
Tristan
I know
has
he's shut
sit
down right
back.
now.
Yeah,
I know. But he will be here. They don't
So-
need to go out and
so-
get another first baseman.
then you can, if that's the case, when Tristan Casas is back then you want to make the argument that that's where Yoshida should get DFA'd. That's a different story to me. But right now, we have 4 starting spots and we have 5 players. That's where you want to be.
I think they need a real DH, and they need one less outfielder.
That's a completely different argument, though. But they don't have that you can't just get one. I'm talking about people who just want to get rid of people. There's nothing to go get. Like, yeah, if we could trade for Yordan Alvarez, make him the DH, and it's going to cost us Jarren Duran, sure. Yeah, let's do that. But, like, I'm talking about real life. And the season started.
I have another DH candidate for you.
Okay.
It's time for Let's Talk About It.
Let's talk about it. Red Sox Stats pointed out something interesting about Roman Anthony, Red Sox top prospect in Major League Baseball for a bit. Now finished 3rd in Rookie of the Year voting last year. You might have heard of him. He bats leadoff for the Boston Red Sox. Outfielder. He's one of their outfielders. They got 12 of them. Anthony has taken 16 pitches in the heart of the plate for called strikes so far. Stats said on Tuesday. Red Sox stats said on Tuesday. Tied for first in Major League Baseball. Last year, he ranked 274th out of 277 in swinging at pitches in the heart of the plate. There's not a right way and a wrong way to go about it. It just sticks out. Interesting. This is the second thing I've heard this week about Roman Anthony that surprised me. The other being when Cora said that the data from Worcester showed that Roman's ABS usage was less than ideal, which you wouldn't
Really?
have case. Yeah, which you would not. You'd think who knows the strike zone better than Roman Anthony?
I feel like I've heard that it's good. Like, I thought that was like a thing. They were like, get ready for Roman Anthony to use this because he's used it, and 2, he did this a lot. I guess they didn't mention the fact that he did it a lot and wasn't good at it. That implies typically that he would be good at it. I did just want to note so far in his big league career, hitting 287 with 9 homers and an 845 OPS and 279 at bats. So he's murdering the ball, and he doesn't even need middle. So my point here was, my biggest thing was more of that was my biggest thing. Yeah, that was my biggest thing. My second thing is, imagine how good he could be if he gets that figured out.
Yeah, I mean, it's strange, but it does make sense when you think about it a little bit. That who's sitting on middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that tells me he's probably guessing a decent amount. The other part is the other reason why I brought this up was because I noticed it a lot in the Astros series, as did Stats, obviously. It's just something that just caught my eye. But to me, this is a very encouraging thing, because if he could just do the easiest thing, in hitting, then he can add 25 points to his batting average and 10 homers. Yeah. Probably the other way around. Probably like 25 homers and 10 points. But go ahead.
Yeah. You know what will probably get him more acclimated to sightseeing, reacting versus guessing is seeing more Major League pitching.
Oh, so, because he'll play 3 less games this year because I knew you were going to take it like that. I'm not talking about him platooning, which is what we're doing now. Well, that felt like a callback. No, listen.
What I actually meant was, like, he's been in the league for 8 seconds. Like, give him a second. Right. I guarantee you that, like, this is something that only gets better as he sees more Major League pitching.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, he's going to be. I mean, he's all right. Like, I just think this is one of the craziest things I've ever seen, because I don't think there's ever been like an easier fix for somebody that's already dominating. Like, he doesn't even need to fix anything. He has an 845 career OPS and like right away. And but there's that level of ceiling if he wants to be, prime Trout, just start hitting the fastballs down the middle. And now here we go. Now he's got a 950 OPS.
Yeah.
which actually probably is lower than prime Trout. That's actually kind of crazy to think about.
It probably is, yeah.
Consistently, he's well over 1,000 in his prime.
Did you know what's crazy is that the Shohei Judge era right now is gonna overshadow the absolute shit out of what was really the Trout take a long breath Harper era.
Yep.
But the kids are not gonna get how fucking good Mike Trout was because it's a different kind of good. It wasn't this overpowered like 60 plus home runs good. It was a different kind of good.
Good at everything. Stealing at his prime, winning Gold Gloves, stealing 40 bases, hitting 40 home runs with an unbelievable batting average. Legitimately just a 5 tool like everyone talks about. And you almost,
player.
I think Ohtani could have had a similar path had he not signed with the Dodgers. He obviously got the mania because he was a two-way player, but like we would have been talking to him about him similarly just because like we've never had a primetime game with Ohtani in it, because he's, with the Angels and nobody wants to see it.
I think Ohtani was always going to be Ohtani because even when he was with the Angels, he was Ohtani.
Yeah. I just, he didn't get to have the moments. Like he's had some serious moments since he's been with the Dodgers, and I feel like that, his legacy probably would have just been like more about how the Angels are so historically bad to have the two best players of our lifetime and never win a playoff game.
What's
We're getting a little off, John. Oh,
what's
the thing about. It's like
it's not
Mike
Oil
Trout
Can
goes
Boyd, but what is it?
The one that's like Trout went 4 for 4 with 4 homers, and Ohtani had like the most strikeouts in Major League history. Angels lose or most strikeouts since Oil Can Boyd, whatever.
Yeah, but it's not Oil Can Boyd. It was like Scooter, Lugnut Goodman. It was something. It was like a made up baseball nickname. Yeah, how do you look that up?
Tungsten Arm O'Doyle.
Yes, Tungsten Arm O'Doyle.
And then 1921 Akron Groomsmen.
The Akron Groomsmen.
They were nasty that year.
Oh, the Grooms. Yeah, the Grooms had it that year.
Yeah, they're way better than
awesome.
the Brads at baseball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. At baseball. Dude, so being in Houston here, obviously your mind goes right to
Houston, Flatlands.
Yep. And
JJ Watt.
Oh, dude, yes, that too. And
Houston, you said?
Houston, Texas, yeah.
Houston.
Lone Star State.
Right.
Used to be Minute Maid Park. Astrodome before that.
There's Spanish cuisine.
Oh, yeah, Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex is big there. Yeah. That was what I was talking about, though. I was going to say the obvious one. When you think of Houston, you think of?
The scandal.
Isaac Paredes.
Isaac Paredes. Oh, I was thinking about the big scandal back in the day. I don't know if you heard
of it.
When
they thought that the mayor was stupping the secretary.
No, the sign stealing thing. The baseball sign stealing.
Oh, the Astros. Yeah.
Oh, Isaac Paredes, though.
Yeah, he's not coming to Fenway, dude. Remember how they were talking about him coming to Boston? He's not now. I mean, we know that for sure. Would it have made a ton of sense? Yeah. Did they do it? No. But he talked to Tim Healy from the Boston Globe on Monday, and he said, quote, "I like playing there. I think the fans are awesome there. But truthfully, it's not a stadium that I can see the ball well. I don't know why. It's just difficult for me to see the ball there. It's a good stadium for me. I'm a pull hitter, but to be able to pull the ball, I have to be able to see the ball, and I can't see it there." End quote.
That's a good point. That's a great point. He's talking about Fenway, by the way. I don't know if you even said that. But,
yeah. He's talking about Fenway.
Yeah, that's a good point by him, first of all. That's a high IQ player.
This is why you have to listen when the players talk to get the insight like this. Pull hitter. But to be able to pull the ball, I have to be able to see the ball, and I can't see the ball.
I got to be able to see it. It's so much harder. I get that it's a good pull park, but I have to be able to see it.
What Barstool moron recently was like, do you think it would be easier to hit a baseball blindfold? You know, Stephen Shea.
Yes.
Oh, my God. It's amazing. Barstool will just give money to anybody to just be an idiot in front of the camera, dude. It's unbelievable. It's awesome.
That one was one of the more insane That was one of the craziest things I've ever heard, just statement-wise. And the fact that
Yeah.
it wasn't one of the that should have been something he said and went, "I'm sorry. I just said that out loud. I just heard it, and that was insane." No, he like triple, quadrupled that. He really believed it. This wasn't something he just like blurted out and was like, "Nope, that was dumb."
And you know what the worst part is? Is that they did it, and he fucking hit a ball on like the 6th swing.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
I knew they made him do it. I for some reason just
Yeah.
didn't know what happened.
He did it. He did it like really quickly. It was like, see, I was right. And that's, oh God, I hate that. Isak Paredes. Listen,
For the
there's
record, he's
I don't
hitting
know.
241 with a 777 OPS at Fenway.
He is.
Yeah, 3 homers. So he's, batting average not great, but he actually has hit for some power. He has a 500 BABIP though. That's not sustainable.
A 300 BABIP, you said?
500.
Oh, 500 BABIP.
So every other ball get in play. Going through.
Yeah. 65 plate appearances. It's not a small sample.
Well, I play for the Rays.
Yeah. Weird. Because I was going to say, like, maybe if there's a small sample, but, like, maybe if it's, like, primarily day games, I could see day games at Fenway being shitty. A lot of hard shadows.
You'd also expect his numbers to be worse.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
if someone's going to come out and be like, I can't hit it this park, I would expect them to be hitting like 077, not 241, with, like, 90% Ks. Like for you to just talk to me and be like, I'm blind out there.
I fucking suck out there.
Yeah, don't play me there.
His career batting average is 236.
Yeah.
And at Fenway, he hits 241.
He didn't say how he feels at the rest of the parks, though. Maybe he just has bad vision.
Yeah, they ask him one by one. He's like, dude, I feel like I can't
No.
see the ball there.
Yeah, no, there too. That's also a problem. Yeah. Now that I think about it, Minute Maid's not great for me either.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Because they're throwing it, not only are they throwing it so hard, but sometimes they put some spin on it. It's kind of, I don't know if you've noticed that.
The further away the ball is, it's harder for me to see. The faster they throw it, the more I don't see it. That's crazy. Yeah, maybe Isak Paredes just needs some glasses, dude. Who knows?
Get over here. You'll hit 270. We'll give you some contacts. You'll be hitting 270 with that pop.
Do you want to do this last one? Just where we're at on time, or do you want to do it?
Yeah. Why not?
Let's do it. Okay.
Yeah, we disagree on this, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, this is true. Okay. Carlos Narvaez, you know him, you love him, you better. Catcher for the Boston Red Sox, did not play at the end of this series. When Christopher Smith asked Alex Cora why he was not playing, he was originally in the lineup, then was pulled. Asked if it was for disciplinary reasons. Cora said, quote, "Let's keep it between me and Carlos, and he understands this is something that happens on every club. It just happens to be early in the season, and I think it's the right thing to do." End quote. And then when Narvaez was asked, he said, quote, "Like AC said this morning, we want to keep it between us." And then when asked if he was on the same page with Cora, he says, "Yeah, I respect the decision. There's nothing wrong. Just got to keep going." I think it's like weird-ish. It's like weird adjacent, but it's also seeing it written out versus hearing it really matters in this kind of moment. Like let's keep it between me and Carlos. Like, yes, in a vacuum, that sounds like this is the disciplinary thing, but we don't want to talk about it. But that could also just be in the moment. Like, yeah, we're just not talking about it. It doesn't matter. Like he has a little tinge in his back, and like would just rather not talk about it. And I think it's the smart thing to do to give him a minute.
He said it wasn't injury related, and that response was the question that Christopher Smith asked was, "Is this disciplinary?" And he said, "Let's keep it between me and Carlos."
He could just be like mad at him.
You think he's just like unrelated, mad at him? Like it's not
Yeah.
disciplinary. He's just like just pissed for like lost to him in Connect 4.
Yeah, it could have been a Connect 4. It could have been Operation.
Mm-hmm.
Don't Wake Daddy. You ever play Don't Wake Daddy?
Certainly not.
Me neither.
Maybe he like spoiled a show for him.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm rewatching The Sopranos right now, and I haven't watched it in like 5 years, 6 years. And Jamie just like spoiled something for me the other day. She's like, "You've seen this before." I'm like, yeah, after 5 years, like you can't expect me to remember every detail of the show. Like you can still spoil it for me again. So I'm pissed at her. I would bench her right now.
Alex goes up to the press conference there before the game. He's sitting on the bench. They're asking him like, "Why? What happened with this switch?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't know. Narv just told my kid that Santa isn't real. So yeah, he's getting the bench today. That's sorry about it, but you can't be doing that. It's not really disciplinary, but boy, am I pissed at this guy."
I wish that shit happened more. I want my baseball to be a soap opera.
Oh, did you watch last season?
Yeah. Did you watch the Netflix season?
Well, we were a part of that.
Yeah, we were. We were part of every season. Happy 5th season of ITM, everybody. I know that feels so wrong, but yet feels so right.
And what, 3rd good one?
Yeah, the 3rd good one.
2nd good one? How long have I done this? What year
This is
am
your
I on?
3rd year doing ITM. You've done it longer than
Jesus.
Steve ever did. Yeah.
Jesus.
That feels wrong, right?
Yeah. So I've done more episodes than Steve.
Not episodes, but like time-wise, you've been on more than Steve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, did you have a higher frequency back then?
Maybe at times. And then we also did the like preview as a separate episode because Odyssey thought that was a good idea.
Yeah,
because they were desperate for downloads.
Yeah.
Because they...
Well, hey, some other people also agree with that idea in year 1, too.
Yep. Anyway, that should probably do it for this episode of the show.
No. We got to do
have a
Series
go.
MVP.
No, they lost, bro. They lost. They got swept. They lost every game. Remember I April Fooled your ass?
Felt like a light fooling. You didn't really fool me. You kind of just
fooled
said
your
something wrong and I corrected you. Like if I was like, "Oh, they lost or they won the series?" I thought they lost. Then you hit me with it. I would have been like, "Oh, you got me."
Yeah, I fooled you. That's what happened.
Okay. Hey, real quick, just jumped into my brain. Can we do the pitching preview?
It is 3 games against the Dads to open Fenway Park for 2026. Game 1 is going to be Sonny Gray versus Michael King. Sonny Gray's debut as a Sox didn't go quite as planned. 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned. We told you last week to watch for him to throw that 4-seamer a little less because it stinks ass. And wouldn't you know it, its usage dropped from 21% to 13% in his first start with the Sox. Michael King was a sinker, 4-seamer, change, and a sweeper. He ranks in the 92nd percentile in off-speed run value because that changeup got hit at a 181 clip in 2025. He went 5 innings in his season debut, giving up just 1 hit to the Tigers. Game 2 is going to be Connolly Early versus Randy Vasquez. Connolly Early has an ERA plus this year of 2.65, but don't get too excited. It is still early in the year. 6 Ks in his season debut. The advanced numbers would tell you he got a little lucky in the start. Lots of barrels, especially on that 4-seamer. Watch for some usage adjustments in this 4:10 p.m. start. The latest game in the series, but it is still early. Randy Vasquez, Sox. Remember him? Soto trade? Throws a bunch of slop. 3 fastballs, curve sweeper. He doesn't know who he is. And game 3 is going to be Ranger Suarez versus Walker Buehler. Ranger Suarez takes the mound for his first Fenway start as a member of the club. Actually, his first start as a Red Sox. This is his first start as a Red Sox. And well, if it isn't Walker Buehler. Sox offense needs to get back on track. Yeah, I'd say that'll do it. Yeah, that should do the trick. Dude sucks. And that is going to do it for your pitching preview. Scott, let me tell you this. Sox win. Sox win this series handedly. Two-handedly. Hand over fistedly.
They have two hands?
Hand? Ready?
Yeah.
Watch this. Hand
Yeah.
over fist.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Google it.
That's a phrase,
obviously.
right?
Yeah. No, it is. What's it mean?
Hand over fist means making or losing a large amount of money very rapidly.
I didn't really answer my questions.
What did you ask?
Well, just like, what does that mean? That still doesn't, to me, that doesn't give me much more clarity. That just added money.
I thought hand over fist meant like, it's usually used as like, man, they're making money hand over fist over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot like head over heels, like head over heels for love, hand over fist for money. And I thought it might translate here to be like, they're going to win so fucking convincingly. They're going to win big time.
Head
But,
over
it
heels.
doesn't-
That one doesn't make sense either. When is that not the case?
Your head
Head
should
over
always
heels.
be over your heels. Where did
Yeah.
that come from? Head over heels.
Like, that's like saying, man, I'm 99% of the time, this is how I always am, in love with this person. That doesn't make sense to me.
Head
Don't give
over
me
heels
another
originated in the 14th century as heels over head, literally describing a somersault or being upside down. By the
Okay, that
18th
makes-
century, it made a ton of sense. Heels over head. The phrase flipped to head over heels to describe intense emotion.
So somebody
particularly
got
following dude in
confused.
love.
There was a language barrier. Someone said it opposite, and then that guy happened to be more popular, and everyone just went with it, and no one ever was like, "Hey, let's think about this for a second."
I think it's one of those things where like it's just kind of over time, like
You hear it
it just
enough, and it becomes
slips
normal.
and like people just start doing their thing with
Yeah.
it, you know.
Okay.
There are
That's-
definitely some of those that we use wrong right now. Chomping at the bit,
Certainly.
chomping at the bit's one that we use. That's wrong. It's supposed to be champing.
Champing.
Nip it in the butt. There's also wrong. It's
Bud.
nip it in the bud. Yeah.
Mhm.
So probably that the morons of the 18th century started saying head over heels. It just rolled off the tongue.
These Gen Z idiots.
What were you about to call them? What were you about to call them?
I was gonna say freaks, but that doesn't make any sense. Had nothing to do with that intellect.
So we got Sonny Gray versus Michael King, Connolly Early versus Randy Vasquez, Ranger Suarez versus Walker Buehler. That finale I'm genuinely very excited for. I want to give the Sox the sweep here. I think they really need it.
I can't. I'd love to give them a sweep, like if I
Yeah.
can control it. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the 2 out of 3. I honestly would probably go the other direction if the starting pitching against wasn't so bad and we weren't about to start the first homestand of the year. Like, this team right now looks like a team that's not about to go in and win a bunch of games, but I think if there's ever a time where you just need to flip a switch and just look at a completely different team, your home opener is probably your best opportunity to do that. So I'll say 2 out of 3. But I don't feel close to sweep territory right now.
If you live your life in San Diego, California, coming to Boston on April 2nd is a fucking shock to the senses.
After Arizona spring training,
Mm-hmm. And it's just been rainy and wet. What does the weather look like for this here series, Scott?
it's
I'll tell you.
technically warm but deceiving.
Well, that doesn't really help my
No,
narrative,
but
now does it?
But the thing is, like today, it hit 70 in Boston today.
Sure did.
for like 30 minutes, and then it got down to like 50 and super windy, and the feels was like 45, and that happened in a matter of like I said, like 30 minutes. So this will be a very cold day to be outside. Don't get confused. Opening day, and the rest of the series is even worse. Rain.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it should probably be around 50. First pitch.
It's gonna be cloudy all series.
Yeah. It's kind of great baseball weather, to be honest.
Playing, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I still think that they'll be cold.
Well, are you going to
Walker
opening day?
Buehler, hold on, I said Walker Buehler's never played in this cold. As far as no, I don't think so. I actually got asked if I wanted to go. I said I'm down, and then that person was like, what about Sunday? I said Sunday's Easter. He said, oh yeah. And
yeah. They play Sunday and then Monday. Does that mean we're recording a show on Easter?
Splendid.
We'll have to figure out what's going on there because that ain't happening. That ain't gonna happen. They're playing
I could do it.
Easter 1:30 and then Monday. We'll figure
What
it out.
time Monday?
6:45.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it late night.
Also, start times across this series: 2:10, 4:10, 1:35. Bleh.
Dude, I am
is that?
so sick of having to figure out every single day what time the game is because they've added back in my day,
Tell
there
them.
was 1:30, 4 and 7. And now we got 7:10s, we got 6:45s. We got 2. I don't know when 2 started getting introduced. I know we're playing Central teams, but I feel like that just wasn't a problem. And yeah, we're throwing out some real BS, if I may. You could bleep that.
Scott, the next 9 games in a row, the next 10 games, there are 9 different start times.
Dude, get
I'm
that
not even
out
kidding.
of my face.
Can I read these start times to you?
Please do. Yeah, please do.
2:10, 4:10, 1:35, 6:45, and then another 6:45, and then 1:35, 8:15, 7:15, 2:15, 7:40, and then a 1:40, and then dude, that's
I didn't even
so
see
many
this.
start times.
Dude, when did 2:10 get introduced in the East Coast? What are we doing? Why can't that just
2:10
be
and
1:30?
2:15. What are we doing?
And that's another thing. We got to pick one. There should be one allotment per hour. You shouldn't be able to do 6:45 and 7:10 and 7:15.
No, dude. I mean,
I'm lost out
if you
here.
just look at sevens this month, we got you guys can turn the show. The show's over if you're looking
Yeah,
at
the
baseball
show
stuff. You
sucks.
can
Don't worry
go
about
somewhere
this.
else. We're just doing our thing now. If you look at just for the month, the 7 slot, you got 7:15, you got 7:40, you've got 7:05, and you've got 7:07.
Yeah.
There are 4 different 7 p.m. start times.
Enough.
That's silly.
Yeah, enough. Baseball's supposed to be, they always say America's pastime. That's supposed to be the thing that is consistent in your life every day for, at the time, 4 hours a day, now 2 hours. And you just know when it's going to happen. You schedule your life around it. I can't schedule if I don't know if it's going to be at 7:07 or 7:10. What the hell am I supposed to do with that? Yeah.
All 3 of these Blue Jays games, they're in Toronto at the end of the month, and they're 7:07, 7:07, 3:07, which don't even
3:07.
get me
What are
fucking
we
started
doing?
about 3:07. Don't even get me started.
These are East Coast games. We're talking about East Coast games right now.
3:07. But
3:07.
do you think though those extra 2 minutes in Toronto are there because of the extra anthem that they do?
Not a bad take. Not a bad take.
It's a
Although
thought.
we do like 7:10 standard home games, so maybe they're early.
Dude, I tuned into the radio the other day, as I do sometimes, and Will Fleming on the first pitch of the game, it's like fucking clockwork, dude. He'll catch me off guard with it, even though I know he's going to do it every time. Be like, and the first pitch of the game is in there for a strike, 1 minute behind schedule, 7:11. Like, it just immediately, like, he still has to point out, like, we're fucking behind schedule. If it's 1 minute, he's like, I have to say, we are
This is a
90
job,
seconds
Tim.
behind schedule. What are we doing? Major League Baseball has got to do something.
It's the only
He's
person that's ever cared about this in the history of time.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like he gets so worked up about it. I love it. Oh, all right. Well, that ought to do it. We'll see you guys back here after this thrilling home opener series against the San Diego Padres. For Scott Neville, I'm Joey Copponi. Go Sox, kid.